to do a little bit of a longer workout, but we're going to get warmed up first. So first thing we're going to do is 10 jump squats. If you can't jump where you're at, we can just do regular squats, but I'm just going to squat down, and then as I come up, I'm just going to get a tiny bit of air. No like prerequisite for height or anything. You don't have to jump up as high as you can. Just a little pop off the ground. Let's do 10 of them. There's 2 for me. Okay, then we're going to do something with a ridiculous name. It's called a Bulgarian goat bag swing, which is weird because it's not a swing, and I don't know, there's not, the name is just ridiculous. But I'm just going to grab some sort of lightly weighted item, could be anything, something you could just hold in each hand, and I'm going to pull it in close to like the bottom of my sternum. I've got this kettlebell here, so I feel most comfortable pulling it in close with the handle outward, but whatever works for you. And then from here, I'm going to hinge at the hip, so a little bit of a bend in my knee, and then I'm sending my butt back. Chest comes down, and I get to about here, I kind of run out of room in my hamstrings. That's where I'm going to come back up and squeeze my glutes. Let's do 10 of these. People always think I made the name Bulgarian goat bag swing up, but you can Google it. You won't find me. There is something about this movement, something about having the weight where it is, totally makes everyone do like a perfect hip hinge. It's magical. And then last thing we're going to do each round is 5 kind of explosive movements. So we've got 3 options, kind of depending on your environment. First one is a broad jump. So for a broad jump, I'm just going to jump forward as far as I can. And I'm thinking about landing softly. So in the gym, I always use the cue, pretend you have downstairs neighbors and you don't want them to know you're doing broad jumps. So it might even be easier to reinforce that cue when you're in an actual home. But we just want to be landing lightly, not stomping our feet. If broad jumps are no good, maybe like your floor is slippery and jumping forward might make you slide, we can do a star jump where I'm tucking down into a ball and then just jumping into a star formation. Or if jumping is kind of out of the question, we can do a sprawl. So I'm bringing my hands to the ground, jumping back into a plank, and then standing up. So that's speed. So we've got 3 main options there. We're going to do 5 reps of whatever we choose. Let's do it. I'm going to do the broad jumps. All right, we're going to do those 3 movements 2 more times. Let's do our 10 jump squats. Here we go. Nicely done. And then our 10 Bulgarian goat bag swings, or BG BS. Just ignore me. Looks good, everyone. R5, explosive movement, maybe broad jumps, star jumps, sprawls. Here we go. Nice. All right, one more time through. Let's do our jump squats. Bulgarian goat bag swings. Nice job. And then our 5, kind of jumpy, explosive movement. All right, nice job, everyone. So, today's workout, it's Thursday, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer workout, but I feel like my caveat to that is almost always that there's some rest built in. So, we'll be going for a long time, but we won't be working that entire time. In fact, we'll only ever be working for 7 minutes at a time. So, what it is today is there's going to be a 7-minute AMRAP where we'll go through a sequence, as many rounds as possible, for 7 minutes. And we're going to do that 3 times. And we're going to rest 3 minutes between each segment. So what the segment is going to be 1 minute of high knees, then 10 Russian swings, 10 burpees, 10 Russian swings, 10 burpees. And then you go back to the high knees and start over. So, and right before we get started, I can paste that in the chat, just for a quick reference guide. So let's talk about all these movements. High knees, there's kind of 2 ways we can approach them. I usually decide, depending on where I'm at, cardiovascularly, but we've got the kind of bouncy, dynamic version of high knees. So there I'm almost like doing a run in place, but I'm bringing my knees high. And so if I'm feeling like real good, real fresh, that might be the one I go for. Or if maybe I'm feeling like I need to pick up the pace a little bit, I might hit that one. Thank you, Kirsten. I appreciate you putting that in the chat. And then the other version is the less dynamic version where I'm still bringing my knees up. And it's still actually going to keep my heart rate up once it's up. It's just not going to bring it super high, kind of like into the red zone. So this is the other version. That one can also be used as an opportunity if you feel like maybe because when we do this, a lot of times we'll be just coming out of a set of 10 burpees. And so this can be an opportunity to bring our heart rate down to more of a medium level. But let's try a little bit of both. Maybe just like 10 seconds of each. 10 seconds of our bouncy version. And then 10 seconds of the less dynamic. Just so we have both in our back pocket. We can decide which one we like during the workout. Okay. Then we've got 10 swings, 10 burpees, 10 swings, 10 burpees. So let's talk about each one. The Russian swing, mechanically, we're going to be actually going through the same movement that we did with our Bulgarian goat bag swings. The weight's just going to be in a different place. The weight is basically going to be moving from what I call the pocket, which just means like the outer part of my wrist is as high in my inner thigh as I can go. So a common swing mistake is I'll see folks grab the weight and they're coming like down below their knees even, and they might be pulling it nice and far back, but it's not quite up high enough. So when I get this low, you can see my back is just kind of rounded over, and then each rep I'm just kind of unfurling it. So what I'm going to do is bring it up. So we're talking the difference between here and here. So first thing I'm going to do is pull my weight into that pocket, and then I'm going to stand up aggressively, locking my knees out, squeezing my glutes to open my hips all the way, and the weight's going to come up to about my sight line. So at speed, into the pocket, and stand. There we go. Nice, everyone. Cool. Looks good. Today, I just want everyone to think about when you're doing your swings, thinking about that really aggressive stand up. It's almost like you want to stand nice and tall really quickly. You'll be surprised by how much easier the swing becomes when you really stand up nice and aggressively, locking your knees out, squeezing your butt. Suddenly the weight can feel half as light. So then we have the burpee. Any workout where I'm going to be doing a lot of burpees, I want to minimize the amount of work I have to do. So first thing, I just want to make sure that as I come down, I'm not doing any sort of push-up. My body is not going to be particularly rigid like I would in doing a push-up. So when I hit the deck, I'm just using my hands to make sure I don't crash into the ground. And then I'm going to peel myself up, snap my hips shut, and then jump and bring my hands overhead. I like to bring my feet out wide. Some people can have a tendency, and I'm one of them, or was one of them, I should say, to bring their feet in real close when they come up out of a burpee, like this. And it is easier to get your feet back on the ground, but now for every rep, I have to do a squat to finish it. So to make sure I don't do that, I just bring my feet out a little bit wider. And now when I do my jump, I can bring my feet back to a more comfortable position. So just something to think about. For scaling, you absolutely can step out and step back in. That's totally cool. And if for any reason, maybe like hitting the deck today is out of the question, then we could do like a push-up combined with a squat. Something like that is generally a pretty good substitution for a burpee. So let's do 3 reps of whatever we're going to do in the workout for our burpee. Cool. Looks great. All right. So, quick little recap, and then we'll dig in. 7-minute clock, as many rounds as possible of 1 minute of high knees, 10 swings, 10 burpees, 10 swings, 10 burpees, and then cycling through that sequence for 7 minutes. Then we'll rest for 3 minutes, and then we'll repeat, rest for 3 minutes, and do it one more time, and then we'll be done. Make sense? All right. I'm going to throw 7 minutes on the clock. Let's start in 10 seconds. Starts with a minute of high knees. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice work. 30 seconds in. Round a bit if you need. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Swings and burpees. Nice work, everyone. Good stuff. Great work. If you gotta catch your breath, take a little bit. Whew. Spicy. Nice job. Two more minutes. One more minute. Seconds. Good stuff, everyone. Ten seconds. 2, 1, rest. All right. We're going to rest for 3 whole minutes. Get nice and recovered. And then ideally we can approach round 2 with the same intensity we hit round 1. Great job, everyone. All right, one more minute. All right, 10 seconds. Round number 2, coming in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Woo! 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, swings and burpees. Doing great. Great pace, everyone. Woo! Great work. Closing in. About 2 more minutes left. Woo! 90 seconds. And go. Seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. 3 minutes rest. And then one more round. All right, 90 seconds of rest. Thirty seconds. All right, 10 seconds. One more round. We got this. Go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Ten more seconds. 2, 1. All right, swings and burpees. Great work. Nice work. Almost there. Nicely done. 90 seconds. One more minute. Nice job. 10 seconds. Three, two, one, rest. All right. Nicely done. Today's mobility, if you're interested, is going to be downward dog. So I'm going to kind of start in a push-up position, but then I'm just going to send my hips up and bring my head down. And that might be comfortable for you. We're breathing the whole time. If you've got tighter hamstrings like me, I like to get into that position and then just kind of pedal my feet. Just alternating, seeing what feels good. Getting a stretch in each calf, each hamstring. We'll hang out for like 30 more seconds. If you gotta take a second, pop out of there, breathe a little bit, that's all good. Great work, everyone.